Hey, how's it going? This is Cesar Rodriguez, and what I want to do in the next couple minutes is I just want to kind of recap our business system and what it is exactly we do on our team that allows us to be so successful. And I know if you're watching this video, you've probably been in the business for a little while. You've probably watched the training videos that we ask you to watch as part of becoming a new associate. But what I want to do is I just kind of want to recap how easy this system actually is because it's funny. Every now and again, I'll talk to somebody, and the conversation. It doesn't matter who it is or what the time period is. I always tend to hear the same things. People say, "Oh yeah, yeah, man, I haven't really done anything with the business because I've just been so busy. Oh, I've had all this stuff going on. You wouldn't believe what happened. Oh, somebody's got sick, and then I was sick, and then my kids were sick, and then I had to buy a house, sell a house. I mean, listen, I don't care what you've got going on. Anytime you think you're too busy for this business, you're overthinking what it is that you have to do to be successful in our business. So what I want to do is I want to remind you how easy it is to do a little something every single day. That way, you can always constantly be in a position to generate momentum. See, you don't need to take 8 hours of your day, one day a week, and just devote exclusively to this business to be successful. First of all, that's not even fun, and it's not even necessary. All right, all you have to do is spend a few minutes every day, and you can basically be very, very successful. But you need to let that momentum catch up with you. All right. So what do? This is our success system. All right. Let's recap. The first thing that you want to do is obviously make a list. So if you haven't made a list, you're already not doing the business right because a list will help you to be a lot more organized and a lot more effective and efficient with your work. You want to make sure that your sponsor, whoever you're working with, has got a copy of that list. Once again, so we can leverage you up. Let's say life does happen and you really genuinely are busy and you leave the country, you can't make phone calls or whatever the case is. Well, if we have a list of people, you can say, hey, listen, can you call the first 10 people or person 5, 8, and 13 and 29? Those people have already been exposed and they're waiting for a follow-up call from you because I wasn't able to get you on the phone the last time. Whatever. Just make a list. Look, we will help you. We will help to make phone calls for you if we have to, all right? So the first thing that you want to do is make that list and then contact and expose. What is contact and exposing? It's using the ultimate phone script or a similar script that we have on our website that we actually teach you how to use. All right, there's all kinds of stuff. People say different things, but my favorite is the one that we have on our website called the ultimate phone script. Why? Because it's not so much of a sales call when you're picking up the phone. The whole goal is to basically build up your expert and set up the appointment with the interviewer, your expert, all right, and basically to sell that opportunity harder than you sell the information or the opportunity with our company. See, a lot of people, I think, kind of do it backwards. They try and cram the information down people's throats so hard, all right, and then they try and wonder, okay, now how can I get my sponsor on the phone? How can I transition from all this information to how do I pull them on the phone? Listen, begin with the end in mind. That's one of the 7 habits of highly effective people, all right? That's a great book, by the way. But, begin with the end in mind. Put your expert on a pedestal, and instead of you selling the opportunity so hard and acting like you can just sign them up and get them in, which just sounds hokey, so don't do that. Sell the opportunity by using the ultimate phone script and using it in that fashion. For instance, calling someone up and say, look, I'm in a big rush, but I'm glad I caught you. Do you have a quick minute? Great. Listen, I can't promise you anything, but I just hooked up with this New York Stock Exchange company. They're doing a ton of expanding, and they're actually looking for some people. Now, again, I can't promise you anything, but if you saw a way where you could make some pretty serious money on the side and it didn't interfere with what you're already doing, would that be something you'd be interested in? See, when you say that little line and it didn't interfere with what they're already doing, then they can never say they're too busy, they don't have the time. Because you can just go right back to it and say, no, I know you're busy and I know you got a lot of stuff going on and 18 jobs and 15 kids, but I'm saying if it didn't interfere with what you're already doing and all that stuff, would you be interested in making some extra money? All right, so that way they don't say they don't have the time, okay? So then all of a sudden they go, well, what is it? Say, great, well, listen, the best thing I can do for you is just put in a good word for you to one of the top executives or managers or whoever you're working with. So I can put in a good word for you, all right, and then maybe they would be maybe they consider taking you on board. But look, before I do, you're going to want to know a little something about it. Do you have about 5 minutes so I can give you the quick gist of it? See, don't say, hey, do you have 5 minutes so I can put you on a pre-recorded call? Because they're going to say no. But you say, look, do you have 5 minutes so I can give you the quick gist of it? They're usually going to say, well, yeah, sure. And if they don't, they'll tell you time when they do. Now, once they've agreed to that 5 minutes, then what you do is then you say, great. All right, so what I'll do is the best way for me to explain this is to let you listen to this little 5-minute overview. and they'll tell you everything about the company, the service we offer, and kind of money you make. Hold on, I'm going to do a 3-way call, and I'm going to link you into this little 5-minute overview. See, now the information that they're getting is to prepare them for that interview opportunity with your expert. So now, instead of you cramming information on their throat, now they're like, oh wow, thanks for the hookup so I don't sound stupid in front of this guy I'm supposed to impress, right? Now you put them on a 3-way call. Then, once the call is done, you ask them what they like best. Does this sound like something they want more information on? They usually go, well, yeah, this does sound like something I want more information on. Wonderful. Let me see if I can go ahead and get, one of the that gentleman I told you about. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. I probably won't, but let me just try. Let me see if I can get someone on the line. And they would kind of determine the next step and what other information they're going to want you to look at. I think maybe they'll log you onto a website. Let me just find out. Let me pick up the phone and call them. Then you put us on the phone. We take over from there, all right? Once you introduce us, and again, use our last name. Hey, let me get you on the phone with Mr. Rodriguez. All right. Then once you link us on and say, Mr. Rodriguez, I've got such and such on the line. They just listened to 5-minute overview. They like the money. Here they are. I'm linking them in. Bow. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to set up that we're going to set up that appointment for them to review the website and see information. Now, if for some reason you don't catch us, all right, no big deal, because you know what you told them. Say, look, I'm probably not going to catch them. But listen, and let's say you get us on the phone. What we're going to do is we're going to set up an appointment where we're going to set up a time with them where they'll have an hour to review some online videos so they can learn more information about it. See, all we're doing is just selling them on more information. Listen, trust me, when they go to the website, you've seen it, you're in the business. All right, when they watch our online videos, they're going to want to get started, and they're going to sign up, and they're going to join, and they're going to become associates. So take the pressure off of you. All you got to do is put us on the line. We'll set up the appointment. The advantage of letting us set up the appointment to get them to the website is this. Your friends are generally going to give you excuses over and above they'd give a potential interviewer with a company. See, you tell them, say, hey, look, when are you going to have an hour, buddy? And your buddy says, oh, man, I'll have one at 8 o'clock. Give me a call then. And then you call to log them on because, as you know, you've watched the video. Never, ever, ever give out our company website or our team website. You just basically log them into it when they're in front of a computer, typing it in, and ready to spend that hour to watch the videos. So let's say you call them and you're ready to log them into the website like you're supposed to. And guess what happens? They call you and say, oh, my God, 8 o'clock, that time hit already? Man, you wouldn't believe it with the kids and dinner and bathing the babies and, I had an argument with my wife and blah, 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 blah. You're going to hear all their excuses and you're their friend, so all you're going to have to say is, okay, yeah, I know how it is. Yeah, okay. Well, when can you do it next? They're not going to tell an interviewer that. They're not going to give us their drama because they're in impress mode. They're trying to impress us if you've built us up correctly. Okay? So what ends up happening is you let us put them on the website, and if for some reason you can't get us, then just set it yourself, all right? And maybe you'll get that, and maybe they'll give you the drama, maybe they won't. But you know what? You don't know until you try, right? Log them into the website, all right? Have them watch the videos, and listen. Keep in mind, none of this is taking you any time. You've spent a few minutes, maybe 6 measly minutes, picking up the phone, setting up for a minute for them to listen to a 5-minute call. Look, while the 5-minute call is going, you were driving to work, driving to the grocery store, sitting on the toilet, cooking dinner. I don't care what you were doing, all right? But you were not doing the selling or not doing the talking. You were letting the system do the selling. And then when they call you back for that appointment time, you pick up the phone, you spend another minute, then they spend an hour on the website, and guess who ends up answering the questions and getting your new associate put in the business? We do, because then you're going to tell us about the appointment. We'll answer their questions. We'll log them in onto the website. We'll sign them up under your name, and you made money. Listen, I understand people have got things going on in life, but don't ever be the person, all right, that lets all of the little things in life keep them from big opportunities. It's all about doing a little bit a day. Your goal is to have 100 people on your team. What would you rather have, 100 people on your team scrambling, waiting for the ideal time to build a business? Or would you rather have 100 people just putting 2 people on a 5-minute sizzle call and trying to get them on a website a day? Listen, give me a team of 100 people making 2 sizzle calls a day, and I will show you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in income. So you can do it, but just encourage your team. And to encourage your team, you need to do it first. Keep it simple, all right? Make a list. Get the list to us. We'll help you make phone calls if you're so busy they can't even handle that, all right? But there's no one that's too busy to say, hey, go to www. All right, and log them into the website. And there's probably no one out there that's too busy to put someone on a 5-minute call. And if you have an extenuating circumstance, let us know, and we will help to make the phone calls for you. But don't let a day go by where nothing happens, all right? Cool deal. Hope you got excited about that, and hope you realize that no matter what you have going in life, anyone can operate this business and be successful. So let's go out there and let's do something today. No excuses.